Okay, well, I will wait till a few people get into the room. And for a guy that only wants to do live streams once a month, I'm sure busy. This is a follow up live stream on the live stream that I did last night regarding a situation where an expat was deceased and how the embassy got involved. So I'll wait for a few people to get into the room. Once I see that they are, I'm going to read to you an email that I received from the embassy, and I'm going to give you the conclusion of the situation of the expat that passed away here. So I'm not going to be entertaining comments for about the first 10 minutes, and I'm going to try to keep this relatively short, 30 minutes or so, because I just wanted to give you an update. So last night I did a live stream, and I spoke of a gentleman that had passed away, and he was in the funeral parlor. He didn't leave any information for anybody. I was contacted to contact the embassy, and I did. The embassy got involved, and to just give you the button up real quick, the gentleman was cremated this morning at 10 a.m. So that's been put to bed and it's been put to rest. God rest his soul. And so the embassy contacted me after all that, and we had a chat, and I received an email to share with you guys. I will do a video in the future that encompasses the whole spectrum of this. But what I wanted to do was keep my promise, because I did say last night that I would follow up and give a conclusion or information as it came my way. So what I'm going to do is, number one, the gentleman is squared away. The embassy got involved. The long and the short of it is they contacted his son. That's protocol. The son was given the opportunity to pay for it if he wanted to or not. And I don't know if he did or didn't. I didn't dig into it. It's none of my business. But the embassy needed something in writing from the son, who was the only relative they could contact. And if the son said, yeah, I'll take care of it, he pays for the expenses, he takes care of them, and then he can do whatever he dictates to be done with the remains. Or if he says, no, I refuse to do so, the crematorium, I learned, is instructed to go ahead and cremate the body. And the body would go into what was known, or the remains would go into what we refer to as like a potter's field. Let me see, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So I'm going to read to you some of the things that the embassy wanted me to share with everybody to make life simpler for those that you leave behind. Okay, so here it comes. And this is from the deputy that works for the gentleman that I am in contact with at the embassy. Based on our experience, here are some points we can make when we do American Citizen Services outreach. Number one, maintain a document with names and contact information, phone numbers and email addresses for those who should be contacted upon your passing. This includes family members and close friends. Keep the document in a safe place and inform your family, friends, where to find it so it can be accessed. Some people choose to give this document to a friend with instructions. Ensure that notifying the U.S. Embassy is part of this list. And there's a link which I can put in where you can just put into Google U.S. Embassy, and it'll give you everything you need. Leave instructions in place with the embassy. Register for the embassy is what I'm suggesting. Leave instructions in place for how you want your remains to be handled in the event of your passing, specifically cremation or burial. If you are a veteran and want to be buried in a veteran cemetery, Also, let that be known. Leave instructions in place for how you want your possessions to be distributed upon your passing. Have a will that is accessible and store it where someone you trust knows where to get it. Set aside funeral expenses to ease the burden on your loved ones. Cremation can cost 100,000 Philippine pesos or more, and whole remaining burials can cost 300,000 Philippine pesos or more. Maintain a document with information about your financial accounts and who has access to them so that your estate can be properly managed. Understand the role, and I think this is very important. I had to read this a couple, 3 times. Understand the role of the Consular Report of Death Abroad, CRODA. I'll say that again. Consular Report of Death Abroad, CRODA, which is an embassy-issued document giving Philippine death certificates legal status in the United States for insurance companies, probate courts, and federal benefits agencies. Your family will need a CRODA to access U.S. bank accounts and life insurance policy. Understand how next of kin works. Your next of kin follows a hierarchy, starting with spouse, then children, then parents, then siblings. If you don't have a legal will, decisions regarding your disposition and property will go to your next of kin following that hierarchy. If you have additional questions, please reach out. Feel free to reach in. Thanks for supporting our fellow Americans in the Philippines. Sincerely, Mike. Okay, so that is that, boys and girls. I got a lot out of that CRODA. I didn't know. I think that's extremely important if you are an individual that has what I would call a complex financial picture back home. You have a lot of property, you have money in the bank, bonds, stocks, and policies, etc. That would be extremely important so that those people that you've designated, you want those resources to go to, would not be able to access them without the Philippines death certificate, and that could be acquired via the embassy. So that's that. The gentleman has been laid to rest, thank goodness, and that's the update. So if you have any questions on that, just leave it in the comment section. I don't want to take all night doing this, and but I wanted to keep my promise about following up on that. So let me go to, is the cricket still here? And what is the beeping? I don't hear the beeping. My little Blue Yeti. Oh. What I normally use, I was afraid of this because I turned off the fan, broke. This puppy works really good. So I got to get a new one. I troubleshot it tonight and the cable broke. It's been on too many road trips with my wife and I. So I know it's annoying you. There are cicadas and I do have crickets outside. The fan is off. There's nothing going on with the refrigerator or the freezer. It's insects. So I can't control that. I'm an exterminator. All right. Added to echo in the room is unbearable. So I'm getting a lot of complaints about noise here. And I apologize for that. Okay, I'll unsub, leave your CMOs here, ignoring the obvious. Okay, fine with that. Let's see. Let's just go through some comments and then we'll call it a day. I just wanted to follow it up. Good morning to you, Donald. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Good morning from New York State. Let's see. Giovanni, good morning to you. Baby May from Florida. Thank you. Again, we're not going to take all that with this. I just wanted to do a quick follow-up. I was going to do a video, but that's more of a process. This is simple, and I'll get my audio straightened out. I just have to buy another microphone. It gets rid of the ambient noise for those of you with hearing aids. Good morning, North Carolina. Good evening. Things are going good, man. Yeah. Who passed away? Okay, I did a live last night about a gentleman that I was acquainted with many, many years ago, and kind of stayed out of touch with the guy, not intentionally, but we just weren't. I'm a morning guy. He's an evening guy. I'm a coffee guy. He was a beer guy. And so we didn't cross paths very much. However, we did have a relationship. We weren't friends. We were acquaintances. And I knew that he had died, but he died without leaving any information for anybody. And it was kind of a quandary for some people. Anyway, we got involved. The embassy got involved. And he had been laying, I think, 3 or 4 days without refrigeration, by the way. Oh, and one quick thing. Let's see. Most people watch live streams for about 7 or 8 minutes and they bail, and I don't blame you. But the embassy doesn't pay for anything. If you die and you are indigent, for lack of a better word, due to health code laws here in the Philippines, the funeral parlor / crematorium is mandated to go ahead and dispose of the body. And then it goes to the proverbial potter's field, and then they are reimbursed a small amount of money from the government. So I just wanted to clarify that. Embassy doesn't pay. It's next of kin or the government. Excuse me. From Tasmania. Good morning from New York State. Thank you. Who died? I did a live stream last night, and a gentleman that I knew passed away, and he died of cancer. And who passed? It was a friend of mine, or acquaintance of mine. I did a live stream last night, and well, this is getting more complicated than I thought it was. So I'll ask you to watch last night's live stream and maybe get caught up on it. A gentleman died. Nobody knew what to do with the body. I contacted the embassy. Embassy got involved, and the gentleman is now put to rest. Rest in peace. Yeah. Thank you. Hi there, Paul and Phil. Paul, Philippines. Okay. Oh my God, what is beeping? Well, it's a cricket, I think. Let's see. Added to the echo in your room. It's unbearable. I think it's the fan oscillating. I turned the fan off. I'm way ahead of you. They were complaining last night about the same thing. So this will be my last live stream until I get a microphone. It's probably a cricket. Yep. Or the cicadas. Hi, Paul. I made it to Davao. Never made it up to meet you last month. I don't blame you. That'd avoid me too. All right. It's a gecko making that noise. No, geckos, those are loud. They squeal. They give you a real squeal. Let's see. I do have a pet cricket with about 75 of these friends all around the house. Let's see. Okay, I'll unsub. Leave your simos here, ignoring the obvious. It was nice knowing you. Or I'd like to say it was nice knowing you. I get more unsubscriptions during these lives than anything else. I'll listen to it without earpieces. Ooh, it's not that bad if you don't have headphones in. Thank you. Don't forget to close the door on your way out. Thank you for speaking my mind. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh, man. Good morning from New York. New York. Or have a nice day somewhere else. Exactly. No kidding. Jiminy Cricket is here. Good morning from Queens, New York. How did you become an embassy liaison? Did it fall into your lap, or did you seek out the position? No, actually, they watched my channel, of all things. And he reached out to me. And I thought it was a joke. It was over a year ago. I got an email, and I thought, yeah, sure. Because people spoof me all the time. And he turned out to be the real deal. And so we met up. We talked for a couple of hours. I had to go through a minor security check. And that was that. And so been with him ever since. That beeping is so annoying. And so are these beeping comments. Let's see, there's definitely beeping, and it sounds like an electrical issue rather than an insect. Well, the electricity is on in the house. Super sticker. Thank you, Harley John. Maybe I can pay to get the crickets taken out now. Smoke alarm needs a new battery. I don't have a smoke alarm. You guys are all 0 for 5 or something like that so far. That's one who lost a sub for the crickets. Yeah, I think I lost about 7 or 8 last time. Oh, well. I'm just trying to get the information out, kids. And I'll get a new microphone as soon as I can. My Blue Yeti took a powder. Good morning from Summerlin. I had a house in Summerlin one time until it was foreclosed on. Let's see, big question. Do we get a will here in America or when we get to the Philippines? I have no idea. I imagine either way. A will's a will, right? Good morning from Los Angeles. I'll predicate that on a new mic covering. Yeah. So my next live stream will be predicated on the arrival of a microphone. Some beach. What does that mean? Let's see. We're running from Israel. God bless Israel right now, huh? That whole situation. Good evening, old dog, and beautiful May. Thank you. May's a smart one. She's asleep. Good morning from Tucson, Arizona. Thank you for coming in. How old and what was the cause of passing? He passed from cancer, and I want to say I have his driver's license, and I think he was 10 years older than me. I'm 68. I think he was 78. I think. I have his driver's license on my phone because they sent that to me to send on to the embassy. Davao Don, hi guys. Good evening. Paul from Thailand. Good evening, Thailand. A friend of mine's thinking about building a house there. Good evening, you two. Thanks for the update. Krista, thank you very much. Always appreciate your insight and opinions about topics related to the Philippines. Thank you very much, Chicken Legs. I'm just trying to keep my word because last night when I did a live, it was about me having a bad day, and that was part of it. And so, anyway, I wanted to just I said, as soon as I know what's going on, I'll follow up with it and give you the conclusion. And that's the conclusion. The other problems I had are over with. They were on my mind anyway. Mike, married to a beautiful woman. Good evening from Cebu. Hiya, Paul. Hi, Paul and May. Let's name the cricket. Now we're talking. See, we've taken a negative and we turned it into a positive. Go. I like that. That's good. There is a prepaid plan in the U.S. you can buy, like $500, and it pays for all the cost of shipping a foreigner's body to the States. You can contact any U.S. funeral home in the plan, for that plan, I think. Good thing. Good deal. So, a lot of that stuff you can do. And I got to be first one to confess, I don't think any of us like to think about dying and death. And so we kind of like put off wills and all that sort of stuff because we think, well, we do that, it means we're admitting that we're mortal. And so I've got my list all done and in safe hands. I've got yet to go to the attorney, but I'm going to do that next. Preparation costs, shipping, etc. Okay. Yeah, you may want to have the body if you're close to your mother or father, whoever's over here. Or if you're over here and your kids or whatever siblings are close and would like to have a service there, that would be something to look at. Pre-arranged with a funeral home. So I think it's important. If you've got a complicated financial picture or an in-depth one, then a lot of this stuff really applies. But if you're uncomplicated, if you're like a friend of mine, he lives every month, check to check. There's nothing left. There's nothing to decide upon, except for his personal belongings. Now, a guy like myself who's married has a real simple solution. None of this happens because it automatically just goes to May. And I've put that in writing, and now I've got to get it to an attorney. And all the PIN numbers and codes and how to access the banks, that's all squared away. I spent the day, part of the day doing that. And there you have it. You should back to Vegas. It's becoming such a nice place to live. What was I watching about Vegas today? Oh, I was watching this guy that rates hotels in Vegas. He was talking about luxury hotels, and he gave the 5 worst. Good evening to you, Paul and Baby May. Thank you so much. Sounds like a phone ringing. See, I don't hear a thing. Isn't that amazing? Maybe it's in the dealio. I got a now here's a comment that I don't understand. I'm going to put it up, but I want you guys to take a look at this. I get this all the time. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to let you look at it. If you're listening, if you're on the radio or whatever, so I'll read it. Fix your wife's teeth. How do you like that for a comment? What happens to people? Morning from California. Name the cricket Buddy Holly. Yeah, all right. So now we're kicking. Now we're getting some. We're taking a negative and turning it into a positive. Sound is not a problem for me. Ignore them. Oh, I do. Cricket mating season. Yeah, the crickets are having fun, guys. Come on, knock it off. Belfast, how are you? Good day, Cleaver Doggy. Paul in the Philippines, old dog, new tricks. Good morning from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Pretty soon I will temporarily stop following you. The reason is I will stop because I will be living it. That happens to bears with everybody. Everyone that moves over here, including myself, stops watching channels like this. Good deal. I don't blame. I quit. That's uncalled for. Yeah, but it happens. I actually feel sorry for those people. Discussing that today with somebody, that someone that goes to that level has something wrong with them mentally. And they really should be, if you're a Christian or whatever your religion is, pray for them. That's the answer. What kind of condition must they be in to go there? Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, this thing's not working. Here we go. From a chilly North Florida. Is it cold out there? May you rest in peace. You're an honorable man for assisting. You're truly a blessed person. I am blessed. I am blessed. I will give you that. It is, no better feeling than when you can make a change. All I did was make some emails. That's it. I did some emails. I just now tried to share some information that I thought would be useful for you guys. And I don't know, I sleep good at night. Good evening from Bangkok. Man, I'm undecided. I'm undecided. Do I want to go to Kuala Lumpur or do I want to go to Bangkok and then take the train to Hua Hin with the little wifey? I'm 50-50. I've never been to Kuala Lumpur, so I'd like to see it. But I'd love to go up to Hua Hin also because it's like one of the top rated retirement destinations. I always like to keep my options open. So maybe I'll move to Thailand one day. May loves it there. It's a cricket. They're everywhere in the Philippines, dogs and chickens too. The crickets put me to sleep at night and chickens wake me up. Dogs barking during the day keep me going. I couldn't have said that better if I wrote it out on one of those AI things. Perfect comment right there, brother. How long has he been living in the Phils? He's been here longer than me. I've been here almost 7 years now. And I think, I don't know is the answer, but he would go back and forth. He would go back to the States. I think he was, I don't know why, working or something like that. And his MO, when I knew him, And I hadn't had personal contact with this man in probably 4 years. Um, but my understanding is he'd go back to the States for like 5 or 6 months and come out here for 5 or 6 months. There is no more life in the Philippines? Question mark. If it's a little beep in the background of a live stream annoys you, you may not want to come to the Philippines. That's a pretty damn good point. In fact, I'm going to do a spoiler alert. I had dinner last night with a gentleman who was very, very gracious and hates it here. And just hates it. And my very best friend, guy that I've been hanging out with for 25 years or so, I've gone to multiple countries with him, my friend Gary, he hates it here. And there's a lot of, I have always said, and I'm sticking to it, that so much of how you adjust, acclimate, and accept the Philippines is just based on your personality. And there's the 3 A's, I call them: adapt, adjust, and accept. If you can't get to number 3, accept, then it's time for a change for you. And there's no shame in that. If a guy comes out here and doesn't, or a gal, and doesn't like it, if it's overwhelming, the infrastructure or the internet or the brownouts or the dogs or whatever it might be, the language, the money, the food, whatever your complaint is, or multiple complaints might be, there's no shame in saying that you came out and tried it and didn't work, is there? I have found the solution because it wears on me. The brownouts, the infrastructure, the internet, and all that. It makes me, over time, it's not depressing, but it's just kind of like, it's going to be, today's great, it's nice, the weather is good, but it's still going to be hard. Honest to engine, I did not go into the Globe store. There's a problem with my phone plan. I can't get any connection on data when I'm away from the house. And May and I were at Robinson's, where Globe is located, yesterday. And I looked at the Globe store, and she goes, and we had purchased some things that we needed. And she said, "You want to go into Globe?" I said, "No, let's do it another time." Because I knew what I was in for. I was in for pain. If I went into the Globe store, here's what would happen. I would get a number. I would sit down. I would wait 5 minutes, or I would wait 50 minutes, depends on how busy they are. I would get up to the counter. I would explain to the person what my issue was. They would probably not understand me because I talk too fast. May would then take over, and she would explain the problem, but she wouldn't explain the problem the way I wanted it explained, and I wouldn't know that because I don't know what she's talking about because I don't understand that language. And I got the feeling that I always say, first time I do something, I'm prepared to fail. So I would go in there, and more likely than not, we would fail at getting this resolved. And then on my second or third swing, I would have success. I would get that person or the manager or whatever. I never lose my cookies when I go in there and it doesn't work. I just say, okay. And I stay calm, stay collected. I don't want to insult anybody. I don't want to make myself look like a fool or embarrass my wife. Away I go. And I just wasn't prepared to take the pain. Medicare premium will increase about $10. Yeah, we went over that last night. The increase is what, 3.2%. So that's about $50-$60, I guess, on average for most folks. So take away $10 on whatever your increase is for keeping your Part B. It doesn't matter because you'll be dead. Yeah, but if you want to make sure that the loved ones you leave behind don't have to go through more brain damage than the grief that they're already going through due to your passing, this is just set up to make it simple for them. Good morning, Randy. Your voice sounds like gargling spit. Why, thank you, Pete. Hello from Oregon. I met you at Henry's Resort last July. Well, how are you? I'm going to the Henrys tomorrow. Henry's Resort. I'm trying to remember. You look familiar, but I meet a lot of people. So thank you very much. Thanks for coming along. Nice to have met you. Let's see. What is a scoop regarding a video will? Don't know. I imagine it's the same as a written will. You would just need to take what is it, a thumb drive and leave it with somebody, I guess. Geckos, lizards, all kinds have a long history of representing good luck. That's true. Hey, Paul Haya from Sydney, Australia. Cool. It's the cricket. I know it is because I can hear it. Well, I have the fan off. There's no smoke alarm. How about that dude fix his brain? Yeah, I don't think it's fixable. When you get used to a sound, you just unconsciously incorporate it into your surroundings. Honest to God, when I listened to the replay last night, because people were complaining about the audio, I said, I got to hear what this is. I couldn't hear anything. I listened to it. I watched it on my TV. I listened to it on my phone. I asked May, I go, do you hear anything? She goes, no. So, I don't know. Hey, what's shaking bacon? What's kicking chicken? Exactly. Jimmy the Cricket is in the house. Boo-hoo. Yeah. Big fun. Fix your face. Okay. My voice and my face. It's beyond repair, JW. I always try to picture what these guys look like. And where they're sitting and what they're doing. There you go. Let's see. You okay? There's always at least one a-hole in the live stream. What would we do without it? Who was it that we used to have? It was that woman. We used to have a great time with her. But she would get on the live streams. And God dang it, what was her name? Oh man, this is going back a couple of years. But we ended up having just a ton of fun with her. Thailand Jim. Okay, you guys are speaking amongst yourselves. That's good. Life is very good. It is. Cold here in Incheon. Ooh, we'll be back in Lapu Lapu within a few days. Well, it's nice and warm here, pal. Cricket's your good luck, so everyone complaining about your cricket is wishing you bad luck. Silly city folk don't know any better. There you go. Let's see. Cool, Melbourne, Australia. Patia is here. Shalom to all. Every time the fan oscillates, the squeal, LOL. Love the channel. Hi from Alaska. But I don't have my fan on because I thought that may have been the problem. See, I only have about 50% of my hearing anyway. So I guess I'm the lucky. Boo-hoo, got my laptop. What a pain. Shekel. Paul, you really do a good service for the aspiring travelers and retirees in the Philippines. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Hey, boo-boo buddy. Let's see, I have lived full-time in Thailand for over 18 years. Cool. Thailand is definitely, it's a good choice, man, for many reasons. Okay, I don't speak that language, but there you go. Flight from Mactan ran an hour late, and they had to wait about 8 hours till Lost and Found office opened in the morning. Isn't traveling fun? There's another beating I don't like to take. It's friggin' airlines and airports. Thailand was great. Okay, you guys are chatting. That's good. Let him get us a rest. He's a busy day having. Good night, Paul, baby. Good night, guys. Yeah, we are going to keep it short. I'm just going to go on for a few minutes. I said I would. I'm a man of my word. Here we are. Rock and roll. Let's see. It's like camping in the province. Yeah, they're different. Super sticker from Fanatic Forager. Thank you very much. I'll buy some cricket food with that. Paul, I was in Hua Hin last month and really liked it. It's a quiet, slow-paced environment, if that's what you like. Right up my alley. Yeah, it was rated, I think, by Forbes or something like that in the top 5 places to retire. My friend is going to go there this month and check it out. I have another friend that's living over in Phuket. I'm not going back to Phuket. It's just not, you can't go home. I used to live there back in the day for a year or so and loved it. And then when I went back this time, it had changed a lot. But I heard Hua Hin is just that, which is what I'm looking for. I don't want any go-go bars. I don't want the massage parlors and all the touristy stuff. I'm looking more to duplicate of what we have here. And if it worked, I'm not afraid to pull the plug and go. Paul, you and Baby May are great people. I hope both of you, when you make your videos, they are very interesting to listen to. Thank you for both. Face, red heart shape, face, red heart shape. Oh, I got emojis written out. Awesome. Thank you, David. Hey, this is Carlos from Houston, Texas. About 7 years till I turn 62, but I'm ready. I know that feeling, Daddy-O. I can tell you stories about my last 5 years in the States. I got a few hours sleep till I grabbed a taxi okay, you guys are chatting. Okay, I'm a fan of Wise Doggies. Thank you very much. Indiana's here. Thank you. War is a racket. I can only imagine, my brother. 3 A's. I like that. The accept is the clincher. That is. And there's no shame in it. If you don't like something, don't try to force yourself to fit into it. What is it? Round peg in a square hole? It's just not going to happen. And guys that are impatient, guys that are set in their ways and want it, and it should be here like it is back home, it ain't. And it's just not a perfect fit. I did a video over a year ago, said don't move to the Philippines. And it got a lot of views, and I don't remember what I said, but I think it was something akin to what I'm going to say in this video, because I think it's important that we take the shine off the dime every now and then. We tend to call this paradise and nirvana, and all this stuff has happened. And while that's true, there is no perfect place. If there was, we'd all be there. And this place has its challenges. Let's see, I wish it wasn't so difficult for one's wife to receive your soul. Yes, I do too. I got to go, you know what, man? Talk about pain. I got to go through all this hoopla to give my wife my Social Security benefits. It really is. It should be streamlined. It should be more cut and dry, I think. Not just because it's me and her, but for all of us. I mean, I'm married to her. She's entitled to it. She's not a citizen. I get it. But there should be a simplified way of getting her a Social Security number. So that when she turns, I think it's 60, they get that. I'll be in Kuala Lumpur at the end of November. If you decide to go, maybe we can meet up and I'll buy you guys lunch. Cool, man. I probably go to both places, to be honest with you. Maybe if I can get somebody to watch the doggies this long, which I can. Maybe we'll bump into Kuala Lumpur, check it out for 2 or 3 days, and then go from Kuala Lumpur to Bangkok. And then I understand there's a train. I think it takes 3 hours up to Hua Hin. And I would love to do the train. I'd love to do Hua Hin. And then we just bug back into the Philippines. Sounds like you are on a submarine with pink in the background. Yeah, I am. I'm running deep, but not silent. Hey, Paul, thumbs up. Thank you, man. Let's see, it's like the movie Cool Hand Luke. There's a lack of communications in the Philippines. Got that right. He was referring to Pete Flynn. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm going to shoot you another email. I'll read it later. Sorry to interrupt. It's all good. Oh, who was it? Leia and Blair. If anybody knows Leia and Blair, they shot me. They have a question. I don't know a lot of email. I don't know a lot of YouTube channels other than a few guys that I know around here. I don't spend all day watching other channels and see what they're doing or what's happening. It's just like people that move here say, I quit watching. Same with me. I don't care. It's all good. I know you guys watch them. I think you should. You'll get some good information. But I guarantee you, once you move here, you'll stop watching me and anybody else you're watching because you're going to start making your own memories. But Leia and Blair do a cool thing I didn't know about their channel. And it's called Leia and Blair, or Blair and Leia, one of the two. Slog, something like that. And they wanted me to message them, and I did. And apparently what they do is a really cool thing. They reunite Filipinos with their fathers that may have been here, during the war. And they find fathers of the kids here and reunite them when possible. And I think they're working with somebody, excuse me, and they want me to do the embassy thing with it. So I sent them a message, but I hope they got it. And I think they commented on the video last night. I don't know. JW was talking about you, Paul. He was referring to the rude prick. Could have been. I'm a little tired, so I apologize. As you can see, I haven't shaved in like 3 days. Forgot his name, but he was a fun hate. Yeah, but it was a woman. You're right. It was really fun. Her name will come to me the minute this thing ends. I guarantee you. The hell was her name? We used to wait for her. From Tucson, Arizona. It's the dirty area. When available, invest in a zap the troll button. If ever you make one, some people have no life. I don't know, dirty area. Thanks for the $5, yeah. I don't know. I do, honest to God, feel more sorry for them than mad at them or upset or irritated. They actually, if I could sum it up, they confuse me. I just don't get it. I would never in my wildest dreams, if I was watching me or some other guy like me or somebody totally different from me, and I disagreed or didn't like them or didn't think what they were saying was, I wouldn't even bother to comment. I just stopped watching. I'm not a commenter myself. So I don't know. I guess we'll never understand everything about people, right? JW was talking to Pete. He should fix his face. Oh, okay. All right. My apology. How old are you, dude? And do you live in the Philippines? Well, new to the channel, I believe. Anybody want to handle this one? Yeah, I'm 68 years old and I live in the Philippines. Easy. Hello from Liverpool. Yeah, I used to date a girl in high school from Liverpool. Did you ever go to the Cavern Club? I can hear the cricket or whatever it is, but not annoying. I hear a cricket and I can hear the cicadas, but I can't hear it on the TV when I watched my own live stream. Of course, I didn't watch the whole thing. It was too boring. I watched about 10 minutes of it and I couldn't pick up any noise. Good evening from, from the Fan Mountains in Tahakistan, originally from Ohio. I got to learn how to pronounce some of these names. So when I answer the damn phone, yeah. Let's see, I think the sound is oscillating fans, but my fan's off. How does that work? Morning, Paul. No cat puke this morning, but my flight leaves at 10. Life is good. Do they celebrate Halloween? Yeah. In fact, I saw they don't do trick-or-treating and jack-o'-lanterns like in the States. We don't do that. But they do have haunted houses. And some of the bars will have like a Halloween party, costume party. They'll do that. But trick-or-treating, no. At least not here in Dumaguete. Is there a massage parlors in Dumaguete? Yeah, and they're all legit. They're none of the happy ending dealios that you see in Thailand and all that. They're all just chains. Let's see, they celebrate Halloween, but a girl I know didn't know the meaning when the 13th falls on a Friday. Yeah. Here it is, Harriet. Thank you, brother. I owe you. Harriet. We used to have more fun with Harriet than any. She was a troll. And I don't know why, but I forgot what she used to say. And we would all just crack up. We would all just comment. You guys were really funny. That was like with that was around the Dean Verano time. And Harriet would got into the mix. And we used to be on these live streams and we used to just cry laughing. And Harriet, I miss Harriet the troll. Where is she? Thank you for that, Chuck. I knew I would remember it right after this was over, but thank you. Chiang Mai is a good place to live. Not many hillbillies, got a little bit both traditional and modern, I've heard. I'm really more interested in Hua Hin for some reason. But see, I can certainly agree there are no perfect places. Even if there was, there would be some people who do nothing but complain. Got that right. I think that's the worst kind of person is the complainer. Why do the folks have a better chance of finding a four-leaf clover than seeing a Filipino man featured even by accident in a vlog? Good news for you, Matt. Good news. I'm interviewing a Filipino man tomorrow. I've only seen one train video in Thailand. I found it pretty interesting. Chaplain Carl Victor, greetings from the Costa Rica guy on the way to Dumaguete. Hi, Paul. What's the script for Western women? There is an expat community of women. If not, I may have to gate crash your lot. Cool. I did a video with a expat woman, 6 months ago. Karen was her name, and real nice lady. But I'm always keeping my eye out for expat women here. And I saw a couple today, two women, probably my age together, obviously foreigners, but I don't see very many. I don't see very many women that come over. A couple do come over with their spouses or with their, in this case, the two women were together, so they're significant others. But yeah, gate crash anytime. A wife, not yours, with no teeth. Paul, I'm a 34-year-old. I want to explore the Philippines and meet some local hotties. Where is the best place to visit? I'm a 34-year-old. I want to explore the Philippines and local hotties. I think that dating scene is more active in Cebu. I know it's not that active here. Most guys that, I don't know what you mean by hottie either. It's probably Cebu. Angeles City might be a place for you to go. Hola from Costa Rica. So unfortunately, we cannot help where we are born, and each government takes advantage of that, all for taxes. It is getting a little loopy. We're such a sad bunch. We wait for the haters just so we can laugh. I know. If you don't like the noises, neighbors who sing karaoke, dogs barking, other vehicles passing you, then other drivers on the wrong side of the road with chickens and roosters crowing PI, not for you. You got that right. I got news for you. No big deal. But twice, not once, but twice today, I took the bike to go take care of some business today over in Down. 5 minutes from home, I completely locked up the brake. So I left a trail of rubber you wouldn't believe. I was buzzing along, kid on his motorbike, just to the right in front of me. I was getting ready to pass him because he was going really slow. And then at the last minute, he put on his blinker to let me know he was going to make a left from the right of me and cut in front. And I think I was going faster than he realized. And he was smart. He kept the bike. He heard it. And I hit the horn. And he just stayed in his lane. And he went past the intersection. That was a good one. And then when we passed each other, I went like that. No road rage. Just like. But that's how May and I got into an accident one time. As I was driving along, same thing. Guy to the right of me just decided he was going to go left. And I clipped him. What am I supposed to do? Let's see. Where am I? Couch chicken can eat the cricket. Good old Gaylord. Good morning from Virginia, my lady, and destination is Thai, but I enjoy what. Thank you. Thailand's got a lot to offer, man. Greetings from a fellow American in Sikihor, land of witches. Good for you. Hi, Paul. We're heading for Dumaguete next November. Thanksgiving for a visit. Very good. A lot of people are coming out in January. I think they want to get through Thanksgiving and Christmas at home. And then I think January is going to be a big month. January, February for people moving here. The biggest thing they celebrate at Halloween is a visit to the cemetery. Yeah, they do. But as far as trick-or-treating and kids and pumpkins, no, none of that. Like I said, there's a few haunted houses they put up and some parties. How's life in Dramageddon? I have to address that. That is so overblown. That's been coined by a couple of guys, and that's their privilege if they want to do it. But if you think about it, if you look at it like I do, because I'm kind of involved in all of this stuff, it's 2 or 3 people. And there's 50 vloggers or whatever out here. There's 2 or 3 catting fighting with each other. There's no drama. In fact, my friend Roy was out here from America, and he had heard all this Dramageddon stuff. He almost didn't come because of it. And then he did come. And he said all he met was nice people. And we are. You come in, you go to a coffee shop or you go to a bar or whatever, and you meet other expats. Everybody's cool. There's probably 1 fight a year amongst fisticuffs. That's because someone's drunk. But no, it's not Dramageddon. That was coined by a certain person, and I applaud him for his creativity. And then it sort of caught on, but it's way overblown. Just my 2 cents. Harriet for the win. yeah, Dean and Harriet was like the Carol Burnett show. Lots of laughs. Maybe Harriet is in rotation. That was a lot of fun. It was the Dean and Harriet show. Boy, we had fun with that. Where are all those good old days? A late good morning. I was eating. You're entitled to do that. Greetings from, I can't even say that, Mexico. After a year, I have not heard a rooster yet or karaoke, but there are a few dogs. Different dynamic, huh? Suzanne Summers passed away. I know. Her and the Thigh Master. Oh, you don't have anti-lock brakes on it? I do. But I squeezed it and we slid. It does have anti-lock brakes, I think. No, it doesn't. It's got the 60-40 or 70-30, 60-40 front and rear. I only hit the rear brake. So you're right, I don't have anti-lock brakes. Hi, Paul and May. It's the Oh, there you go. I was just talking about you. They do a great. Oh, it's the Lamb Blair Slog. That's not them. It's the Lamb. They do a great job finding people's fathers. Yeah, I was just talking about them. It would be great if people arriving in the Philippines brought a couple of ancestry DNA kits to donate. Okay, there you go, guys. If you want to help out here in the Philippines, you want to do a little philanthropic work. I didn't get that word out. That would be a good thing to bring. You know what another guy said he was bringing? He was bringing basketball nets because all the basketball hoops out here don't have any nets on them. He said he's bringing 50 nets. I thought that was nice. Donate that to the kids. But there's a lot of basketball courts out here. Don't forget to tell them everything here needs a permit. Get that right. Greetings from the cold Midwest. I'll bet it's getting cold, huh? Australia's here. Howdy, sir. January, February, a good time to visit, or is that the rainy season? It's always the rainy season or the hot season. It's gotten unpredictable, to be honest with you. But I think January, February is an awesome time to come out. I think the weather's nice, to be honest. And you avoid that Christmas crush. They're playing Christmas music in the malls, by the way. Frankly, I left them and getting recently here because I no longer wanted to be around other expats. Okay. Good afternoon from London. I watched a video this morning. Well, thank you for that, for doing that. Is that a cricket? We think so. What's wrong with the world Zoom man? Oh, a lot of things. Too many to list here. The land of witches. Yes, those islanders are very superstitious. Yeah, May hates it over there. I hate it, but there's places that she just won't go. My wife is so superstitious. You have no idea. And that's not uncommon. And when we go over there, it's like, hey, you want to go see this old tree? No. You want to go do this? No. You want to walk? I held up a little thing that was like a voodoo doll. She said, get that thing away from me. So, okay. I deleted that joke in my last comment, but it went through. No worries. I mentioned I am moving permanent to the Philippines in early 2023, moving near Rizal in Deflin, Albano, Isabela. Where's your dog? Can we see that dog? Cute. I put the dogs in with May because I've got the front door open because it's hot in here and I don't have the fan on because people were complaining. So that being said, because anytime anybody makes a noise outside, they lose their cookies and bark, bark, bark. But maybe I'll go get the dog real quick and let her say hi when we leave, which will be soon. Hello, Paul. Been here in the Philippines for about 13 months now. I was hoping maybe we could talk more and maybe have a chance to meet each other in the coming future. Let me know if you want my PM. Well, Charles, if you come out, what most guys do is they just hit me up on Facebook and I just say, hey, I'm going here on Thursday or Friday or Saturday or whatever day it is. And I'll be there hanging out at 10 o'clock. And that's how we do it. But sure, you can PM me anytime. Well, I won't be in Cebu, Daddy-O. I'll be here in good old Dumaguete. Good to know because here in Syracuse it's snowing like hell and 20 below in January and February. Well, that's a good reason to leave right there. I think the Dumaguete tag does work a little. Your own town is big enough to attract travelers, but also small enough that tons of people bump into each other. Bigger cities, there's more anonymity. I would agree with that. However, the whole thing about this place being flooded with expats, I can't agree with that. It's got its share, but they tend to congregate at one place. You got your morning guys and you got your evening guys. And the morning guys, you can pretty much find 20 or 30 of them at ground zero, or usually that's probably the hottest spot for them to go and have coffee and lie to one another for a few hours. And then you got a few bars out here that the night guys like to go to. But during the day, I kid you not, I've said this probably 3 or 4 times in the last few months. I've been looking around when I go to May and I were at Robinson's today. No, it was yesterday. Sorry. And I only saw one expat there, but I saw a lot of Filipinos. I think it's overblown about the expat population. My wife has a house looking like a jungle. All the herbs, the candles, and the magic oils. Yeah, May puts a Lucky Charm in my pocket every day before I leave the house. But you know what? I look at that as a sign of love. So, and she likes to put holy water on my forehead. Okay. Dog, we don't agree on everything, but I sure thank you for doing great videos that surely give information that people can take and apply to their journey for their loved ones. Well, thank you for that. No, Brian, we will never, ever, all of us agree on everything. That's what keeps it interesting. You're late, man. Okay, kids, I'm going to wrap it up pretty quick here. I apologize that I'm not going to get through all the comments. So I'll do my best. I'll just kind of go through them real quick. This wasn't really obviously a planned video or live stream, rather. I just wanted to give a follow-up. I wanted to read the information from the embassy because I thought that was important information to get out there for you guys. I tried to get it into the first 10 minutes of the live stream. Live streams are boring at best, unless you got Dean and Harriet involved. And so hopefully that will help you guys. And I also wanted to put a closing chapter on the gentleman that had passed away because we kind of left it in limbo. I didn't know. But the embassy called me and let me know that it was handled. Have you ever heard of me say tabby tabby po? That's something in reverse or spellers. I'm probably spelling it wrong. I haven't, my friend, there in Elo. But what does she say? She goes beep 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 when she's yelling at the dog. I have no idea what that means. Paul, have you already visited Mindanao? And how many years have you lived in the Phils? Been here almost, 7 years. And I went to Mindanao once, southern Mindanao, down in Zamboanga. What is your Facebook? I live in Canada, so I would have to save some money before I would be able to meet up with you. It's just Paul McGill, and maybe I'll put a link. I'll put the link. If I can figure out how to copy it into the description, or just Paul McGill, Philippines, and you'll find me. It's a picture of me and myself. Hello from Australia. Sunny day, tomorrow better. Cool. Been living in Sabulin since January. I've yet to run into any of the Duma vloggers when I'm there in Duma for 4 to 5 days every week. So there you go. Thank you. You put a cherry on top of my comment. You don't really run into us, so do you? We're not as prevalent as people think. And you're just over there in Sabulin. I know. I see it as love, though. If she didn't care for me, would you think she'd go through all that hoopla? She goes, be safe, be safe, be safe, careful driving. She only knew what I would do. I didn't tell her about the motorcycle today. I really like the vids when you tell your life stories. Yeah, but I'm running out. Well, actually, I'm not running out. It's getting to the point where I'd have to go in real deep. That's because the old farts are taking their afternoon naps. I did. I took a nap today. Are you sure someone didn't hide one of those cricket devices in your house? No, but I do have a fart machine, just for what it's worth. I tried pulling it off on me and the dogs, and it flopped. Talk about crickets. When I did my fart machine gag, nobody responded. Mark May didn't laugh. The dogs didn't look shocked. So it was a waste of $5. Hello, Paul. Finally got a chance to join you on your stream from San Antonio. We're going back to Cabancalan City. And May, March 2024. Love your videos. Cool. Welcome back. It's in the morning guys come across the evening guys. Worlds colliding. The good news is the morning guys are like me. The majority of them, we're tucked in and done. What is it? 9:45? This is like way past my bedtime. And the wife's been in bed since, I don't know, 7. Always having nice coffee with you, but it's time to run. Blessings to you, my friend. If you have access, no, I don't. I imagine money solves anything over here. So I never looked into it, to be honest with you, man. I think there's packages you can buy, but it didn't interest me. I watch YouTube news. It's free. Thank you, guys. I am going to hang it up. Thank you. No, I haven't made a bamboo cannon, and I never will. I think, who did that? The Filipino P. Don't forget to feed the cricket. Okay, I'll feed him the chicken. Thank you, guys. No, we didn't. No, that never came up. Paul, would you like to buy a Carabao? I got one free. It's right across the street. Got 2 of them. You have a good evening. Thank you very much. I think I look at that. I made it through all the comments. All right, guys. Thanks. I'm glad. I just want to do the update real quickie, and that's that. Oh, I got another comment. Hold on. Yes, you can access US TVs with a smart TV or something like a Fire Stick, Roku stick, etc. All right. Well, there you go. Thank you, 2 bears. Oh, another comment's coming in. Love your channel, Paul. Let's leave it on that. What a positive note. And it says good night and good night. And that's it. I'm out. Bye.